Come on, babe. Let me in for a bit. The night is too young.
No, I'm exhausted, babe. I really just want to get into bed.
Well, we can get into bed together.
Good night.
Good night.
Hey, babe. Thanks for tonight.
Happy birthday, babe.
Hey, Cookie. Have you been a good girl?
Miss Samantha, he'll be back in a moment, but you can wait in his office. It's right down the corner, all the way on your right.
All right, thank you.
You must find this Son of John character particularly compelling.
Professor David, thank you for agreeing to meeting me today. My name is Samantha. I'm a journalist that's currently writing a piece on the Son of John murders.
I see. I suppose you're here for my opinions on the murders.
Yes, sir, and if possible, perhaps a psychoanalysis of it.
A psychoanalysis is a common method to study one's subconscious mind, but not so much in a case, you see.
But you managed to use it to discover serial killers throughout your career.
I see you're familiar with my work.
I have read most, if not all of your papers. I find it most intriguing, your paper on the evolutionary perspective through social exclusion.
Then it's safe to assume that your interest lies not just in the mind of a psychopath, but on the state of one's mind and its functionality.
Yes, schizophrenia, Asperger's, PTSD, anything psychological, really.
And you ventured into journalism. Why is that?
Well, my studies were of criminal profiling, but I did not pass the mental stability test.
And why do you think that, sir? Do you find the disturbed tasteful?
Rather, I find them tasteless. I tend to get too close to their mentality.
association and empathy. That makes you perfectly normal.
But the Bureau does not need normal.
And yet they want you to be mentally stable. Such an irony, wouldn't you say? There are 2 victims. We'll need a third for it to be officially declared a serial murder case.
Right, but the 2 victims share a common MO.
Doesn't necessarily point to the same killer.
Are you suggesting that there might be a copycat?
I was merely trying to narrow the possibilities. Do you believe in coincidence, Miss Samantha?
Not really, no.
Then you're on the right track. Most crimes, if not all, are planned one way or another. And those who didn't take part in the planning are merely manipulated to do what they're there to do. This lead detective on the Son of John murder case, Detective Michael, why do you think he prematurely announced it as a serial murder case?
The letters?
Was sent directly to the press. They could have been swapped or faked by someone who craves the spotlight, no? Son of John, when do you think he's going to strike again?
Well, he killed 2 girls in 2 weeks. Detective Michael, maybe he's trying to warn the public.
Do you really think that is his primary concern? 2 letters were sent by Son of John to 2 different press companies to be released to the public. What did the letters say, Samantha?
Such joy that this is your fate. These killings, they're not done out of antisocial behavior. It's a reenactment of the killer's memories, isn't it?
As much as I'd like to continue our discussion, I'll have to cut it short. I have a hot date this evening, you see.
Of course. Thank you so much for today, Professor David. We will be able to meet you soon again.
I'm sure we'll have many more such meets in the future, Samantha.
Food's here, Michael. Damn West. Hey, Michael, food's here. Come on, you got to get your eyes off that notebook sometime.
Thanks.
It's not a John character. He's Mark, isn't it, huh? Those letters. Get with the clock, the bastard, as soon as you see him.
Sure, you're gonna take a few warning shots first?
Warning shots. I bet your West is gonna look like an accident. It's gonna look like an accident, too.
Think it's gonna strike again?
Thing about psychos like him, you just don't stop at 2 kills. Be great if you can catch him before he kills another one. But if he does strike again, we'll know for sure. Heck, the whole world would know.
Yeah, well, isn't that the whole damn reason why he's sending those letters to the press? So that he can prove to the whole damn world that he's better than the rest of us?
Even if we did, you think the media would listen to us? Those people value attention more than anything. If they're willing to publish a picture of a dead girl on their cover, it says a lot about their standards.
Oh yeah, by the way, the reporter chick was looking for you again today.
Who's Samantha? The columnist?
Yep. Isn't that the whole damn reason why you've been hanging around outside all day rather than at your desk to avoid her?
Nah, I just enjoy the fresh air and children's joy. It just helps me get away from all this.
Yeah, well, she's a persistent one. She's been asking again for you.
Well, you can tell her I'd be happy to see her if she finally solves the case before us.
Oh my god, Norman, get back in the house! Come on, Norman. You gotta stop wearing my clothes. Why do you keep doing this? Norman, please. I don't even remember the last time you said anything to me. Just go get changed and be ready for dinner. What would you do if you were still here? Mom? Dad?
Doesn't even use them, just toilet paper. Her family is so poor.
Ew, that's disgusting.
Yeah, poor people are disgusting.
Maybe she has OCD.
But OCD is quite something else.
And what are you supposed to be? One of those psycho doctors or something?
That's a rather rude way to talk to someone you just met.
As if we'd like to meet some old fart like you, sir.
Got a stick? Light both of us up and maybe we'll be friends with you.
Girls, where are your manners? I'm sure your parents didn't raise you to have such bad attitude.
Who do you think you are? Judging us and all. Talk like a nerd. Look like a douche. Plus, just an old fart.
He's probably jobless. That's why he's hanging out here around this hour anyways.
Thanks for the stick, jobless freak.
Good morning, Samantha. Have you read the papers today?
Professor David, good morning. How did you know where I live?
You were a visitor to my office yesterday. All I did was retrace your registration information. May I come in?
Right, of course. Please come in.
Thank you.
Don't think I needed to read it. It's all over the radio and TV as well.
Well, for what it's worth, I've brought you breakfast.
Oh, thank you so much. You didn't have to, Professor. Please sit. Well, can I offer you a cup of coffee?
Tea, please, if you may. I prefer its sensual warmth compared to ruining my brain activity with enhancements.
Funny how they're both drugs, but one is acceptable and the other isn't.
Social construct. If the most influential person says it is acceptable, then it is. The history of humanity started because our imaginations taught us how to lie and create. So what do you think of the third murder?
It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense at all. The first two victims, their bodies were found in their homes. But this third victim, Ashley, she was found in the middle of a field. Some of John's victims were also left untouched, dressed. But Ashley's body was found naked. Her killer wanted to humiliate her, mock her. It's petulant. And they found the victim's blood on Ashley's body, which means there's possibly two dead girls. Son of John only killed one at a time. If my theory that Son of John is not a psychopath, he'll be agitated by this incident.
It would seem that you have more than enough information for your column.
Wouldn't have been able to figure this out myself. It's all thanks to you, Professor David.
Well, I've learned as much from you as you have from me. You mentioned earlier that you were interested in criminal profiling. Fancy solving this case?
What are you suggesting?
Reporting live from the scene of the crime, Son of John seems to have struck again. The naked corpse of a young female was found in an open field early this morning.
For being the most prominent detective, you're quite difficult to have an audience with, Detective Michael. I'm Samantha. I've tried meeting you a few times now.
The female journalist. I'm aware of your persistence.
Mind if I talk to you for a bit? I may have found some information regarding the Son of John case.
No.
Detective Jason, could we have a little chat?
Excuse me?
Let's take a walk, shall we?
No, man, I gotta go.
So you have any names, any suspects?
No. Nobody in particular. I was hoping that maybe you have someone in mind.
Samantha, even if I had such names or suspects, what makes you think I'll share such information with you?
Well, I wasn't particularly expecting.
Listen, police department appreciate your help with the case. But we're done here.
Hey, reporter chick we're talking to? What the hell are you talking about?
So how was it, Samantha? Did he appreciate your help?
Not at all. He was fast to end the discussion. Quite angry as well.
What a shame. You'd have made a damn good profiler.
He knows something. He knows who the killer is. See, he was agitated about something. The real Son of John should be agitated by today's event as well.
What are you suggesting, Samantha? What are you seeing now?
What if...
What's this? Someone threw away a book. You shouldn't throw away books.
Sit back, you bitch! I hate your kind. Women always think you can get whatever you want just because you're pretty and shit. Not today.
fine, Norman. No. You'll be fine. You'll be fine, Norman. Hang there.
See? Women, they ruin everything. They ruin everything!
Your brain, it's scrambled. It's in overdrive, detective. Your chest, you feel pressure. You cannot breathe. You're feeling real fear, man. Everything you see and hear terrifies you. You killed those women because of your trauma against them. Perhaps you were betrayed by your mother, bullied by the girls in school. Even your wife. I'm sorry, Detective Michael. I just couldn't allow you to kill Samantha. I've got other plans for her.
Love and happiness. But wait a minute, something's going wrong. Someone's on the phone, 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, talking about how she can make it right. Yeah, happiness is when you really feel good about somebody.
Is it a flaw in the judiciary system where your own credibility is detective?
No comment.
What are your views on your partner being the son of John?
Samantha,
David?
some tea.
Yes, please.
How's your brother doing?
The wound was deep, but he'll survive.
You didn't write the Son of John murder stories, did you?
Well, after what we've been through, I didn't feel like writing it.
Then what of your interest?
I don't know. I'm thinking of taking a break from writing articles for the time being.
No, Samantha. I wasn't referring to writing.
You mean profiling?
Yes. I still have considerable influence in the Department of Criminal Justice and Profiling. Perhaps a letter of recommendation would greatly increase your chances.
This?
Will you accept, Samantha? Will we be able to have more meets like this in the future?